Okay, Honorable Ngola.
Thank you, Chair, and apologies for doing this. The General is talking about an arrest of AKA. I'm not sure if should we take it that automatically he's referring to the arrest of the alleged murderers of AKA. So maybe if that can be, we don't want to assume that he's talking about what we think he's talking about, because he's referring to an arrest of AKA.
Whether he assumes that we all know what AKA.
My apology, Chair and Member.
We're not talking about it. It's a very sensitive matter. We just saying that for the purpose of our records, if we can say everything for what it is. Yeah.
Thank you, Chair, and my apology, honorable members. That is where the difference between myself and General Mkhwanazi came in, and it was not meant to be a big issue. After the arrest of those that were involved, now we were somewhere in Cape Town with in an operation. It was Minister Kaele then. But the minister came, approached me and said, "Tell me, are you sure the people that were arrested are the right people?" And I said, "I'm quite sure, Minister," because I was involved in the process. I said, "I'm quite sure." He said, "Can I have the team to brief me? Because I am the one who's going to be asked also in other forums, especially the media." I said, "That can be arranged, Minister. Let me arrange it right away." I then contacted the province. Now, in contacting the province, I contacted the Deputy Provincial Commissioner of KZN. Yes, it is indeed true that I was supposed to actually contact the Provincial Commissioner as the Provincial Commissioner of KZN. But I contacted the Deputy Provincial Commissioner simply because of we have been having a good relationship with General Mkhwanazi. I never thought he will actually make a big issue out of it. The main reason was, normally when I contact him, you find that he is busy in a meeting. He's chairing a meeting. And normally when he chairs a meeting, either his phone is on silent or is with someone else. Then I would then call the next person who I think can assist. The process, the intention was just to try and make sure that there's not going to be any delay. Now, and I said, "Can you please arrange with the team members and also inform the Provincial Commissioner?" That was General Mgobozi at the province. General Mgobozi later came to me and said, "Hey, General, can you please call the PC yourself because he's not impressed?" I said, "Okay." And I called the PC with all the confidence that I had because I knew we had the relationship, me and him. And then when he responded, he was fuming. He was very angry. And he said, "La, it's me, hey, General. You're not going to phone my province and order my people around." And I said, whoa, General, we are not fighting. Nobody's fighting, please. Let's not go there. He says, "You call my people here and you tell them that the minister must come to head office and I don't know about that thing." I said, "No, Lisa, General, I'm apologizing, but I just wanted to carry out the instruction." He said, "No member is going to Pretoria. No one is going there. I don't report to politicians." That is what he said. He said, but when he said, "You go tell the minister that I say," I also didn't take it kind but we are all trained members of the South African police and we grew up within the discipline of the police. And from a student, you get trained who must salute who must stand up when who comes in, who must actually salute, who must greet who, how. Now, the way he's heavy and talking to me in an aggressive manner, his tone was very heavy. I didn't take it kind myself. Then I said, but General, when you order me now and say I must go tell the minister that you are ordering me around now, and it wasn't meant to be like that. I mean, you're senior for you to talk to me. Then he said, oh, I don't know where you're coming with this thing of you being a senior. Then he dropped the phone. Then he followed me with a very long message that tells me that he's appointed in terms of the Constitution, then I'm appointed in terms of the police regulation, and then he's responsible for policing in KZN. So from now onwards, you've got nothing to do with KZN. Now, I'm being banned by the provincial commissioner to operate in KZN, when in fact I'm operating nationally. When you call meetings to discuss the project at head office, his people are not there. KZN is beginning to suffer. The project are not there. The cash in transit people want to know. Cash in transit is high in KZN. We've got hitmen in KZN. We've got drugs at the harbors. We've got a lot of crap. We've got the people burning the trucks. We've got a number of issues that were happening in KZN, and yet we need to intervene from head office, and then there's no relationship. So KZN was suffering.